The Hearts of Gold podcast is brought to you by the Grow and Share Network, produced by Off the Walter Media Productions.
Welcome to Hearts of Gold. Today we have Keaira with us. Hi, Keaira.
Hello.
Can you share your Girl Scout Gold Award project with us?
So my Girl Scout Gold Award project was to build a dog park in my local community. And it's in a very good location. So a lot of people go, a lot of people use it. I've actually drove by it multiple times and seen a bunch of dogs using it. It's definitely big in summer though. Like there's like 10, 20 dogs in the dog park at once. So it is very used heavily, and there's equipment in there so you can train your dog to like do agility equipment and stuff too, which is pretty cool.
What made you choose this project?
I see a lot of dogs walking on the roads with their owners, and that's not very safe because you never know what kind of driver is going to come around the corner. And so I thought it'd be a smart idea to have a safe place for the dogs to go and the owners themselves to get the dog's energy out so they can sleep when they get home and probably not bite.
Who did you work with on your project?
So I worked with another Girl Scout. Her name was Katie. She did a handicap accessible playground in the same park as where my dog park is. And I've drove by there too. I see it used. It's a pretty cool thing. There's a rubber floor and swings for disabled people so that when they swing, they don't lose their balance.
Where is the park located and how did you get the property use?
The park is called Colopeka Park. It is located on Sandspring and Coffeetown, the corner of Sandspring and Coffeetown in Chenexville, PA. And how we were able to get the land was the township was thinking about changing up the parks anyway, like adding stuff to it. So it was kind of good timing. So they gave us the land so we can update their parks like they were going to originally plan to.
What kind of conversations did you have to have with the township as you were going through this project?
So we had to have like a lot of conversations, like how we're going to pay for the parks, how we're going to maintain it. And the biggest conversation was location, like where were we going to put it? There was supposed to be another location for the dog park, but it wasn't able to be used because the recreational board didn't want the dog park going there. So that was one of the biggest discussions, was where the park is going to be. And you also had the discussion where like what kind of equipment is going to go in there in the dog park, and like what kind of fencing, like all of that.
Do you have a special memory from your project?
Probably be working with my friends because I had a core team member and my one core team member, she was there with me through everything. So she played a big part in it. And we just had a blast building all the dog park equipment. And there was this one thing we did. We finished building the dog park tunnel. So we made like a tunnel for dogs. And we sat in it. So we were testing out all the equipment. Like we were weaving through the poles. We were sitting in the tunnels, climbing on the ramps. So that would have to be my favorite memory, was just like going on the equipment and just experiencing that with my friend.
What was your biggest challenge during your project and how did you overcome it?
The location as well, because with the recreational board not wanting the dog park to go where it was supposed to go, it put a big damper in because my first plan was to have it at Colopeka Park, but it was told that I wasn't able to go there. So we moved it to that other location. But then the rec board said that I wasn't able to go there. So knowing that it wasn't supposed to go at Colopeka either, it was kind of hard to like figure out like where it's going to go. I wasn't sure where it was going to go. Neither was township. But eventually they were able to say that it was able to go at Colopeka.
You and Katie did a lot of fundraising for your projects. What kind of fundraising did you do and what did you feel was successful about it?
We had very successful fundraisers. We also had not so successful fundraisers as well. But some of our most successful ones, we had a meatloaf dinner and a potato bar, baked potato bar. So that was a big success. Like we made meatloaf, people came and bought for the food. They had an open baked potato bar. We also had another success. We did a 5K run at Colopeka Park. And a lot of people showed up to that. They ran around Kolopeka Park. It wasn't really a race. It was more as a fun thing. So that really appealed to people. So they did that. We also did an ice cream social with the dogs. So we got dog safe ice cream. And the dogs were able to come and get ice cream and enjoy their ice cream. That was a success. The one that wasn't such a success was we did a dog show. We only had 2 dogs participate, so that wasn't much of a success, but it was still fun because I got to see the little dogs dressed up in costumes.
Do you have thoughts on perhaps why that last one wasn't so successful?
I honestly don't know because we put out the information, we advertised it, pretty reasonable. But what I think might have affected it not being successful is people thinking it's a dog show. Like when you think of dog show, you think of elegant and professional and stuff. So they probably thought of that as a dog park and a dog show instead of like a fun dog show. And we even had on the flyers that was fun dog show, but in dog show you think of like precision and perfection and all that. So that's probably why it wasn't as much as a success as the other.
Going through the Gold Award process, what did you learn about that process that you didn't know before that might be helpful to other girls to know?
So I learned how like the decisions are made. I learned how ideas are proposed. I learned how to make a presentation good enough for the township to approve of a project. So I just learned a lot of like behind the scenes of like how the township works. Like I learned about the government aspect of like community life, which was pretty cool. And I think it'd be very interesting for other girls to learn that too, because it is way more fun than it sounds.
What was the theme of your favorite Girl Scout camp?
The Girl Scout camps were when I was younger. So I only really remember one of the Girl Scout camps. I don't remember the name, but I know we had so much fun. We slept in tents, and we had to buy all of our own food. And it was raining that weekend, so it was fun to sleep in tents with rain. And we were in the woods. We did a lot of Girl Scout activities. Like we did swaps, which were you made little things, like for example, a clothespin with like puffballs and like a face or whatever on it. So you made a bunch of little stuff like that, and you trade them. So you were able to see what other Girl Scouts were there, and just interact with other Girl Scouts. So that was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool experience too.
What is in your future plans?
So this is actually my last year of Girl Scouts. So after I get my Gold Award certificate, I will be finished with Girl Scouts because I had gone through the entirety of Girl Scouts. I started Girl Scouts as a daisy, now I'm ending as an ambassador. So that's all the levels of Girl Scouts. But I am going to be going to actually. In August, I'm going to be studying horses, which is I'm really excited about. And yeah.
So what prompts horses?
So I started horse riding lessons a few years ago, but I had to stop riding. But that first lesson I had when it wasn't a pony ride, it wasn't like a carnival ride. No one was holding on to the saddle. No one was walking the horse. It was just me and the horse and the saddle. And it was a very amazing feeling. And I was like, all right, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to work with horses no matter what. So I looked at colleges and I applied for a college that has horses in it and I got accepted. So it was just really that first lesson I had that wasn't a pony ride that sparked my interest with horses.
It is amazing what sparks your interest and then you remember forever and impacts the rest of your life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Any words of inspiration?
So yeah, I have that actually. If anybody is going to do like a big project like I did or want to go to college or anything, the best thing I can tell them is don't give up. There will be bumps in the road, but you will overcome them if you're persistent enough to overcome them. And you will definitely accomplish your dreams if you're persistent enough to do it.
How do you make your s'mores?
I do a graham cracker, then I toast the marshmallow golden brown as best as I can, and then I put it on top of the chocolate and smush it together and pull it off the stick.
Well, thanks for joining us today. Make sure to click follow or subscribe so you always know when new episodes are released. And don't forget to power your passion and conquer your challenges.
The Hearts of Gold podcast is brought to you by the Grow and Share Network, produced by Off the Walter Media Productions. Thank you for listening and spreading the word on what we do. If you want to share your story of how you earned your Gold Award, reach out and send an email to growandsshare@outlook.com. Be sure to listen to the newest episodes on your favorite podcast app, as well as view the full video episodes on youtube.com/Cheryl M. Robinson. That's youtube.com/Cheryl, the letter M, Robinson. Take care, and we'll see you next time.